On 310, Children's Story Video Assignment, Bert's Shop. A long time ago, there lived a potter named Neiman and his apprentice Bert. Neiman owned and managed a pottery shop and taught his apprentice the craft. He always kept Bert working on the pots, seeing plenty of room for his improvement and maturity. Bert, however, longed for a day where he could prove his maturity, certain that he was already capable of running the shop himself. Then one day, the time came when Neiman was going on a journey to visit an old friend. He left the shop in Bert's excited hands until he returned, but if Bert ever needed help, he was to go to the village innkeeper, a close associate of Neiman. As Neiman departed, he left a book for Bert filled with instructions on how and when to do certain tasks around the place. Bert, however, was confident that he could succeed without these instructions, and instead simply relaxed in the shop. They had plenty of jars already made after all. One day, a local blacksmith visited the shop and ordered 5 small jars. He seemed a very friendly man, so Bert gave him the best jars they had available. The blacksmith left delighted and spread the word around. After him, a knight ordered 8 more, and a merchant another 3. The blacksmith had also told them of Bert's generosity. To each of them, he also gave the best jars available, until there were but few jars left. These were the blandest jars, the cheapest of them all. With so few jars left, Bert began crafting more, but this was a long and tedious process. At last came in the prince, looking for a supply of jars to fill with spices as a gift to his beloved. "Are these all you have?" he asked Bert, disappointed with the simplistic jars that were left. "This is all as of now, but give time and I can fulfill any request," Bert begged. "My knight received much better than these, and they were already prepared. Yet I need these jars by tomorrow afternoon," the prince retorted. "You have until tomorrow to prepare 11 jars of the best quality." The prince stormed out of the shop, and Bert rushed to finish the jars he was making. For these, however, he needed some paint, which was something he had forgotten to prepare at all. He took what earnings he had made that day and went to buy paint. He had forgotten, however, just how expensive paint really is, and used all his earnings to buy it. Returning, he found that he did not have enough clay or jars to accomplish this order. He had to get more clay from outside, but that clay was too dirty. At long last, he went by night to the innkeeper. He told his story and begged for any help he could provide. The innkeeper sighed. "You were unwise with your resources, neither preparing in the early hours nor saving money for such an emergency. Did Neiman not leave you with any instructions?" Bert suddenly remembered the book that Neiman had given him, filled with instructions. He and the innkeeper returned to the pottery and began following the instructions written. It turned out the innkeeper had the skills of a potter himself, so he could help wherever he could. Following the book as best as they could, they worked all night until by morning light the prince returned. "Are the jars ready?" he asked. "We are finishing the 10th now," Bert explained. "But the 11th is not fully dried. Please give us more time." "I have no time to give. Give me the 10 jars and close your shop." Before Bert could react, another voice spoke up from outside. "Is everything all right?" The prince turned around to see a cloaked figure stepping inside. Bert then explained the situation, holding back his tears. The figure then turned to the prince. "How many are missing from your request?" "Only 1, but 1 too many." "Do not worry then, for we have enough," the figure answered, taking off his hood to reveal he was Neiman. He opened his satchel to reveal 4 more jars, incredibly ornate. "Please, take 1 and let this incident go. He is my apprentice." Still angered, the prince took 1 with Bert's jars and went on his way. Bert got on his knees and apologized to Neiman. "I misused my time and nearly lost your pottery in my foolishness. I should have read your instructions, but I did not. Even with the innkeeper, I could not finish my work." "It is okay," Neiman calmed Bert. "This was a valuable experience for you. After all, you have learned much. Never forget this day, Bert. Listen to the instructions of the experienced. Have the diligence to prepare for problems ahead of time."